Meet Charles and Howard. They've known each other a long time. They used to work for the same company. Now they work for different companies doing the same job, looking after the operational side of the business. Charles is telling Howard about the risk management project he's finished working on recently. Howard is intrigued. They've just raised that very subject at his company and he's keen to know more about it. Charles explains that it's about having a backup plan so that, if a disaster happens, the business can still continue to operate with minimal disruption to services. Howard can't really imagine what kind of disaster he's referring to, so Charles explains by describing a scenario, what Howard's company would do if it suffered a bad fire or flood that damaged part or all of the building, or maybe they suffered a significant power or telecoms outage. How would his business continue to operate? How would it communicate with its customers, continue to operate and minimize disruption to its services? Howard looks thoughtful. He'd never really considered it before. It's something they've looked at briefly in the past, but there are always other priorities. Charles tells him they used to feel the same until they had a minor flood which put them out of operation for a few days and caused real problems. He explains to Howard that it's a bit like house insurance. You may only claim a few times during your lifetime, but would you risk not having it? Howard asks what the outcome was, and Charles tells him they use NetSupport, a specialist provider of business continuity, disaster planning, and data co-location solutions. They have an enviable reputation in the East Anglian region, and his business is now fully protected in the event of any type of interruption. Charles recommends that Howard visits their website, www.netsupport-bc.co.uk. Howard takes his advice and starts exploring their site. He begins to realize that by not having a business continuity plan in place, his company risks compromising its financial security and solid reputation. He decides to schedule an appointment to visit NetSupport, view their facilities, and find out exactly what they have to offer. As Howard approaches the NetSupport building, he notices that there's more than ample parking space for staff vehicles and even coaches or mobile recovery units. He also notices that there is on-site security, a positive start. When he arrives, he meets Philip, one of the NetSupport team. Philip shows him around their 3 dedicated recovery suites and explains that they can be used independently or networked together as one if needed. Philip explains that all the recovery suites are fully air-conditioned and each of the 200+ workspaces is fully equipped with a computer, internet connection, telephone and headset. There are also several breakout areas and meeting rooms available. Philip then explains that they never have to worry about local power outages as NetSupport has its own backup generators to guarantee 100% availability. As if that wasn't enough, all its data lines have inbuilt redundancy and resilience, so if one of the internet lines fails, the backup line takes over and there's no loss of service. Howard is impressed with NetSupport's business continuity offering, so he asks Philip what other services he has to ensure his company's data is protected. Philip explains that they have 2 options, client-managed or fully managed co-location. He explains that their client-managed service allows a business to rent rack space within NetSupport's leading-edge, highly secure data centers to store and maintain its own server hardware, ensuring company data is safe and protected, as well as being easily accessible. Their fully managed option allows NetSupport to design a bespoke service to meet each customer's individual needs, from consulting, hosting, purchasing, installation, and ongoing expert technical support, allowing NetSupport to offer a solution that will protect and recover customers' data, system, and services following a disruption. Howard is more than impressed with NetSupport's services and facilities. He can't believe it's so easy to protect a business and is amazed his company hasn't considered it before. Now he knows what he has to do. Ask yourself, if disaster strikes, would your business be able to cope? NetSupport is here to ensure your company is fully protected, resilient, and robust. For business and workplace recovery, server and managed co-location services, visit www.netsupport-bc.co.uk or call us on 01778 382 270 to find out more.